Welcome to your program, Get Out of Depression. A very good evening. And I want, first of all, to wish you a happy 2020. But for 2020 to be a happy year, you need to start taking right decisions. And that's why we are here right now to invite you for you to stay with us, because during this program, we're going to show you people who overcame, people who conquer, people who achieve. Because God is the same of yesterday, today, and forever. And the same way that He transforms people's life, He wants to transform your life. That's why I wanted to invite you for you to watch the story of this person and these stories that we're going to show you right now of people who overcame.
I had so many expectations for my life. I thought I would go to university, or do what I wanted to do, travel, get married, be happy, and have a happy family. But everything, every area of my life, especially my family, was destroyed. And I got to the point that it was just me, and I was, in a sense, left holding the baby. The relationship completely broke down. That's when I hit rock bottom. The realization of knowing that I was by myself, I hadn't achieved any of the things that I'd set out to do, and I was now going to bring a child up into the world. I would cry myself to sleep. I would cry in the mornings, and even if I wasn't physically crying, inside there was so much pain, so much hurt from so many things, and now being in this situation I didn't know how to handle. The tears didn't stop for such a long time. And the change happened when I realized that things could change, that I didn't have to be unhappy. I was invited to a women's meeting, and I understood that I could be happy, that although the situation had been so difficult until now, being a single mother wasn't the end of the world, that I could achieve everything that I wanted. But for that to happen, I needed to start with myself. I started to understand the power of prayer. I started to understand what it was to have faith. I started to understand what it is to invest in myself, and all those things that had been holding me down, the complexes, the insecurities. I started to understand that I can achieve things, and I needed to change my focus from the situation, from my child, to myself, and to use the faith that I had found to put things and my problems into God's hands. Today I can look at my child and I'm proud. I'm proud to be a mother. I have inner peace. I'm happy with myself. I value myself.
I was introduced to drugs, selling drugs, taking drugs at a young age of around 15, 16. I started selling cocaine, heroin, crack. But even so, it gave me an addiction to having sex with girls, just using them. I was involved in many stabbings, many fights. I was arrested many times, put in a cell, spent many nights, hours there, but I never changed. This life that I was involved in was a life that I knew if I didn't change, I would die. An incident which happened was I was shot, and I died there twice, and I thought that it was impossible for me to change. When I heard about God has love for me, He cares for me, He wants to change my life and everything, I decided to accept His word, and I realized that nothing was impossible for this God that I'm serving today. So that life that I had, that I was dreaming of, that I could be someone better, I could be, happy, not having to look over my back, not having to feel that pain of a knife going through me or a bullet. Today, I'm happy, I'm studying, I'm successful in my coursework and everything. I'm working, my family is coming together. Everything is going well for me. And I've overcome the gangs, I've overcome the sex, the drugs, the illegal weapons, and I'm like an example for many other young guys, those that were involved in that and they think that they can't break free. I'm that example to show that, look, it's possible.
We are back with you in your program, Get Out of Depression. If you are right now thinking to die, if you are right now thinking to give up, if you have been knocking at many doors and you don't know what to do, I would like to invite you for you to call us right now. We have our line open, 08612 1255, and there we have people prepared that is going to help you. Even if you are watching me from Facebook, you can send us a message and we're going to have the pleasure to talk to you. Because the same way that those people who you saw the stories, they overcome, God wants your life to change as well. What matters for you to change a new year if the life continues in the same way? But in order for this year to be a year of victory, to be a decade of strength, in order for you to have the strength to conquer and to achieve, you need to give your step of faith. You saw the testimonies of the people who gave steps of faith, who gave their steps of faith, and they overcame. And that's why I want to invite you for you to watch one more testimony of someone who was depressed, and through the treatment against the depression, they overcame.
My name is Chandrika Carter. I was addicted to selling drugs and gambling. I used to go to state trafficking, and one time I came to my residence and I had a gun put to my head by the police and I went to jail. When I went to jail, I stood in jail for 2 weeks. I was facing 25 years to life.
After receiving a sentence of 25 years to life, Chandrika fell into a deep depression.
And I fell into a deep depression stage because I didn't know what to do. I had no one to turn to. I was facing 25 years to life. All the questions that was going through my mind was, who's going to take care of my kids? How I'm going to be here? How can I be this single mom and solely provide for them? And this is my outcome. I'm addicted to drugs, I'm selling drugs, but yet I'm facing 25 years. I had no family or friends. No one understood me.
Due to the depression, Chandrika became addicted to painkillers and drugs.
I started taking painkillers, and at first it would start off as 1 and 2, then it moved to 3 and 4. I was addicted to Percocets, Somas, I was taking Xanax. I was even smoking weed. Every once in a while I drank alcohol. And the hardest one for me to kick was painkillers because I was in a bad car accident. In my mind, I thought I needed it. My body craved for it. Even if you try to kick it, you'll throw up and go through bad withdrawals. And it was just, for years I was taking and taking. I had the addiction for a little over 2 years. First, it started off as using it as doctor prescribed. With depression, I started taking more. Then it became recreational because everybody I knew was taking it. So even if I go clubbing or I go over to friend's house, it was always there. I didn't want the same thing for my kids. I knew something had to change. It was just a continuous cycle over and over and over and over again throughout my whole family. It was just continuing. My mom was addicted to alcohol. My dad was addicted to crack cocaine. So my grandmother raised me, but even with my grandmother raising me, everyone around me either used or sold drugs. Back then, when I had a problem, I didn't know how to face it. I didn't have the strength to face it. I ran from it. And drugs became my enabler. They made me feel nothing. Like I didn't think about my problems. I didn't think about anything. It was just a high, like it was an ultimate high. I didn't feel nothing. I became numb. I became numb to love. I became numb to being a mother, being a sister, a daughter, a person. I just felt like I was alone. When I first started coming to church, I'd come maybe once or twice a week. But my youngest daughter started coming 7 days a week. She was faithful with coming. And I was lacking because I had bad experiences with churches before where I was judged, what I wear, how we talk, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if this kind of church is, I'm going to be welcome. So I had my guards up when I first started coming to the church. And after about 2 months, my daughter started coming and coming. She was like, Mom, you really need to come more. I started talking to the pastor and explaining to him how I got into gambling and to drugs. And he told me to start coming to Friday and doing Chains of Prayer. So I started doing it. And I want to say about 8 months into the church, I just completely stopped everything. I got a job. I'm a supervisor. I have 13 employees under me. I don't even think about gambling now. All taking pills. It's gone. No more weed, no more pills, no more gambling, nothing. I don't even have the urge for it. I know for sure, if it wasn't for Universal Church, I wouldn't be saved. My kids wouldn't, or my husband. We come to church faithfully now. I mean, we're not perfect, but we're working on that.
We are getting to the end of this program. You saw the testimonies, how the people overcome. Tomorrow, Friday, at the UCKG Help Center, going to be the first Friday of this year of 2020. We'll be here to help you to overcome your problems, to overcome your issues, and to receive a new life. If you want more about us, to have more information about us, visit our website, www.uckg.se. And this Friday, we'll be here the whole day waiting for you. Our address as well is Birger Jasgoten 106. Start making decisions today that surely your year of 2020 will be a blessing. See you next time. May God bless you.